All right. I just finished eating. Well, I finished eating breakfast a little while ago, but then I kind of just sat around and waited for market to do some moves. But now we can review what happened while I was gone. So first of all, um, it was a good thing I went to break even because price did go lower right below this low right here, and I would have lost some more. But it's fine. Because I was at break even and I did make my move. This was about 100 points, I believe, 166 points. Not much, nothing crazy. However, I definitely could have caught way more because Nasdaq and S&P did another SMT divergence on the 5-minute time frame. As we can see right here, we swept this low here. Same right here, we swept that low. And then on Dow Jones, we did not sweep that low. Another 5-minute SMT, really important to see, right? So if I did get stopped out there and I wanted to get back in again, we could have done something like this, right? Seen this, get tapped into, and then taken a trade maybe here, maybe on the closure of this candle, and then stops go to here and do like what I wanted, which was this one, two, almost a 2 ratio, risk to reward ratio. However, if I stayed in my original position, which was right here, and I kept stops a little farther, 60 points or so, and taken my original position, we would have caught a lot more, right? Um, because we took up all the way up to take profit 4, which was about $987. We could have caught up to here as well. I would have pulled stops up to around here, or up to some low after these moves right here. But I mean, realistically, I could just hold out and wait because we still have FOMC meeting minutes at 1. But realistically, I don't know what that's gonna do. Plus, most funded accounts wouldn't let you hold for news. So, yeah. Uh, um, I do still believe that we could get up to here, and I think I'll wait to post this video. And then after 1 p.m., whenever I decide to check on market again, I'll post the video, and in the description, I'll say whether or not I my full TP hit or not. And then yeah, I mean that'll just be really easy way to do this, so I don't have to record another segment later and edit them together. It's just a lot of work right now. But yeah, I mean, realistically, I still won on the day. I did say earlier that I won about 1,000, but then I remembered that I lost about 200 technically on the first trade. So let's just say I won about only 800, which again, not even a lot at all. D- oh, my dog is having a nightmare. Give me a second. Oh, we okay. You want to say come right. All right, she's having nightmares, so she's gonna sleep in my lap now. So yeah, I made about 800 on that trade technically, which in terms of my losses was nothing good at all, to be honest with you. I lose 2,000 here, lose 1,000 here, lose 2,000 here, lose 900 here, lose 1,000 here, right? So definitely need to change up my risk to rewards a little bit clearly, considering I'm losing a ton. I mean my wins though, like thousand. Um, and these are all technically one trade. It came out to 6,000 something, almost 7,000. I believe that was all technically one trade, but because I do multiple take profits, um, so I can do partials. It counts for multiple trades for some reason, which I don't know. I don't get it, but it's whatever. Um, but yeah, so today price moved about 385 points, which again, I don't think I said it, but because Asia moved about 220 points, I was predicting about 375 to 425 in terms of New York session move. Why are you laying like that? Okay. But yeah. So again, really short day. I don't think I'm gonna journal the trade, like write it down. I would, but my dog is now in my lap, so I don't want to move around too much. But some things that I can take into consideration for starters. This first trade that I took was not the best trade. Because I took a trade basically off of open. We saw the bullish move, and then I immediately thought, okay, so we're gonna retrace into this, and then we're gonna take an entry here, here, and here, right? Not the move that I should have taken. In fact, even the trade that I took afterwards, which was right here, not the move I should have taken. I should have waited a little bit. So what I could see was, firstly, we move up like this here, and then this move we get is velocity 1, and 2 closes below this low, right? We make a slow move up, we give lows to be closed below, and then we do this. That's an indication that we want to take a liquidity sweep, right? To make it more visually understanding, right? We give a low here, we give a low here, and we give, sorry, this isn't even a low, realistically speaking, whatever, but this is a low here, and this is, I don't have a breaker block thing, okay, but this is potential to be a breaker block, right? It gives potential to become a breaker block. Why? Because we see bullish candles, bearish candle, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, right? And then if we want to continue this move bullish, we wouldn't want to see anything that breaks below this bearish candle, which means nothing that closes below this this candle wick, nothing that closes below this candle body, right? Why do you got hiccups? You didn't even drink or eat anything yet. What are you doing? So when we break below this, we have a clear indication that price wants to move lower. So then we wait to see what happens, right? Then this happens, then we get this move right here, because it does the same thing. We have bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, right? Which leaves these levels here. Buy side liquidity, buy side liquidity, and breaker potential right here, right? If it were like a stronger bearish move and then some bullish candles into a 50%, I would count that as a retracement, kind of like this one right here, right? Where we have a bullish move and then bearish candles and then bullish move, and we don't sweep this high. We do a bearish move straight into the 50%, and then we have a continuation higher, right? This would be the perfect example of what I would be looking for a trade realistically, right? We do leave sell side liquidity here, yes, and we do leave potential for a breaker block here, absolutely. 1 second. However, what we did do was on the retracement, we didn't break above this high, right? Which means it doesn't matter that this bearish move is here, right? Whereas with this move, we break a high each time, right? So if we had this move and then a bearish candle, this bullish candle, and then a bearish candle back into the 50% right here, then I would expect price to move higher. However, we have a bullish push, bearish candle, right? We consolidate, and then we push above this high, right? Now anything that comes below this low would invalidate the trade. Same here. bullish move, bearish move, and then a bullish candle to break above these highs, anything below this low here would indicate a bearish move, like a break, right? Here, we get a strong bullish move, a bearish move, and then another bullish move, but we consolidate without breaking just yet. Then we move down into 50%, and we close, we move down, we close above the sell side liquidity, but we still close below the CISD, which gives us potential to see a closure down here, right? Now, if we saw a close down here at the below the sell side liquidity, it wouldn't be the best trade to take, but it wouldn't be the absolute worst either, right? And why is that? It's because we haven't swept out this high yet. This high has not been swept out. Therefore, I'm not looking for anything to necessarily go bearish just yet, because we haven't taken this form of liquidity. There's no reason to. So this sell side liquidity within another form of liquidity next to the 50% level, we take it, we close bullish. That's an indication, okay, we want to take longs right here, right? And then we'll pull stops down here just to be generous, really, really generous, extremely generous, whatever, right? And then we continue moving higher, whatever. We then move up to here once this high gets swept out, right? Once this high gets swept out, we move stops up to here. And then once we get this projection higher, we're at break even, right? And then we can even see it would work throughout the entire time, right? Now, right here during this consolidation would have been a good time to get in a secondary chance, right? Because then we also come back down again. We get a very strong bullish movement with no bearish candles, no room to break lower, right? And then we do this bearish move. People would be thinking, okay, it's kind of risky, kind of sketchy, but you need to understand we haven't swept this high yet. There's no real reason to go bearish just yet, right? Even with this close right here, breaking price, nothing real to take yet, nothing to panic about yet. Then we kind of consolidate, but then we get this move right here, another very strong bullish move out of a consolidation, and then again, this right here, this would be where we would start getting kind of risky, in a sense, because we sweep this liquidity, and then we do get a bearish move that closes below these lows. But if you were already in here, you would move your stops up. That's it. You just move your stops up. But then you just wait and wait. See, there's a fair value gap right here, bullish. This is your last resort, right? Well, I mean, outside of this order block right here. Your last resort, right? Waiting for price to push away from this level. But instead, we get the push away from this level right here. We start closing dojis. We get a nice candle, about 20. Is that 20 points? 10, 20 points? It's 12 points. I'm reading wrong, but whatever. And then we immediately get a price projecting higher here, which then you automatically know from there, okay, we're good. We just hold our stop loss wherever it is, right? Whether it be down here, whether it be 50%, break even, whatever, right? And then we just hold throughout the rest of the time. Because take profit here got hit, take profit here got hit. This didn't get hit just yet, but this is daily highs. So I would assume, since we have such daily highs so close to long-term buy-side liquidity and an institutional swing point, we would want to see price target this level, which again is what I said. Monday, I wanted to either see the bullish move or the bearish move, but we ended up getting the bearish move. And then I said Tuesday would follow Monday, where we got bearish. We got bearish, right? And then we did retrace a decent amount, and then we kind of came back down again. We still closed bearish, right? Which was my main intent. And then Wednesday, we would start to see the reversal occur, which again, exactly what I saw, or exactly what I stated. We consolidate here, then we just immediately start seeing the reversal. And I said we wanted to either touch the ISP or close above the ISP. I'm hoping that we at least touch the ISP, so that Thursday can either open and go lower, then push higher, or if we close above the ISP, Thursday can continue higher or come down, touch it, and then push higher. And then as for Friday, I want it to continue whatever Thursday does. So yeah, that's basically it for today's analyzation. This trade journal phase. I the main ideas that I had were just those kind of bad entries and better locations that I could have done, right? Like, okay, that's not what I wanted, but let me mark it out just to make it easier to see, and just annotate it a little bit just so people can understand a little bit more, because I was watching back my other videos and I realized that I had wanted to do a little bit better on description and just overall understanding the reasoning behind it, right? Right. Just make it a little more understandable for the audience. Okay. So yeah, basically this is the entirety of the thought process, right? Best time to entry, best everything, right? So we see an SMT divergence on the top 5 minute time frame throughout SMT or S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 versus the Dow Jones. I believe it's 50. I don't remember. And then we immediately see from that SMT divergence a strong bullish move that indicates velocity, and there's no room for a bearish break. Therefore, there's going to be a true retracement, right? Which we immediately get. What a true retracement is basically price coming back down to the 50% and then immediately rejecting away from it, right? Whether it be at the 50% or some confluence within the 50% level, right? And most people wouldn't catch this level, right, unless they see, oh, there's a high here, there's a candle body here, there's a wick here, and then they take it as support and resistance. But that's kind of dragging it, right? That's kind of just nitpicking corners, saying this and that just to say this and that, right? But then we see this continuation move, which is a perfect indicator, right? We see order block here, fair value gap here, we see high here's, we see another high here and here, right? There's just a bunch more confluences, right? You can get 50%, you can get the beginning of the order block candle wick, 50% of order block candle wick, the order block body, the tap of the fair value gap again. You can take the low within, or the liquidity within liquidity, which is just this low within the fair value gap, or you can take the 50% of the candle body order block. 2 of those wouldn't have been entered, but the rest of them would have, right? So this is a continuation sign right here, and then a retrace into the 50%, which is a perfect entry to catch something simple, right? So you catch that, right? Let's say you catch exactly on the 50%, okay? Your stops are at 72 points. Your profit, well, you have one here, you have one here. You know, let's say you take it to the 150, just to be simple, right? You have a 2.06 risk to reward. It's a lot for a stop loss, but 2.06 risk to reward isn't the worst RR out there. So then let's say you have one take profit here, right? Take profit here, okay, good. Now we move up to the low. Take profit here, okay, we're far enough away. That's what, 100 points. Let's break even, right? Then we take profit, or we come up close to this level, and you're like, okay, wait, I don't want a hard stop. Let me move entry. Let me move profits up to here, and then move stop loss up to here, and then you just trail stops, right? And then you get stopped out. Whatever. Maybe you catch like 181 points, right? That is still an absolutely great trade. However, me personally, I like catching trades the entirety of it, right? I caught all the way down here. I could have caught lower, you know, I could have seen this SMT and then been like, oh, okay, SMT divergence, Dow Jones. This is what I'm going to do right here. I would have targeted ISP. Maybe not. It's only 1 point from my initial analysis. So then I would have been out. I would have been out one here. Would have been out one here, one here, one here, and then last one would probably be up here. So I would have had four of my take profits taken, and then I would have let the rest run. I would have had stops maybe up to here, maybe up to here, and then just let it run, see what happens at the end of the day. At the end of the day, right? So realistically, I didn't do as well as I could, but I still got my piece of the pie, which is all I care about, right? I don't care about catching every single swing, every single back and forth movement, catching every bottom of the wick, top of the wick, everything. No, I care about catching a piece of the pie. And what I do care about is catching a large piece of the pie because I'm greedy and I'm fat and I'm hungry, right? But if I catch even just a little bit of the pie and I see that, oh, okay, I could have caught more earlier, I would just be glad that I didn't lose, right? I would be glad that somebody didn't steal that piece of the pie from me. So yeah, today was a win in my books. I definitely 1000% could have done way better, and I hope to do way better tomorrow. But again, a win is a win. So just be proud with what you have and continue to practice, and you will eventually be able to grab that entire pie. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one's video. So hopefully tomorrow I can catch something better, and I think maybe I'll try to edit another short out in a little bit. But yeah, that'll be the end of this one.